What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Listen, man. Uh, Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel, OBF, the family. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Share this share the videos that we put in this on for us the content on this channel. Make sure you guys go to Mr. OBF, my channel, on YouTube, and subscribe and share that and hit the like button as well, people. We highly appreciate it. Make sure you guys, if you can donate to the channel, go to the Cash App. And the Cash App is OBF the real. We highly appreciate anything that you could donate. Let's just get it straight up in this motherfucker. Cops lost their mind, man. Listen, I got two stories here for y'all. These cops lost their goddamn mind, man. They gone, man. They done lost. They didn't win cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay. Now we got one story here that happened in Maryland. I need y'all to hear this. This happened in 2018. But I need you guys to hear this, and then I got another story that deals with religion and all types of goofy shit that's going on. And like I told you, these people, some of these religious people, these evangelicals, they're in the police department as too, and they're using their power and authority to take advantage of the people. They're really trying to push their narrative on people. So let's go ahead and get it in, man.
A black embassy officer gets arrested by the local police because they think the embassy officer is impersonating the police. I kid you not. You can't make this script up. A Maryland cop pulled out all the stops on a black embassy officer. Let's put up a picture of the officer, okay? Let's keep this picture up. The officer is in full uniform and arrested that officer, who's an actual officer, for impersonating an officer. The former embassy of Qatar special officer Stephen Alexander was trying in this picture to open his eyes after being pepper sprayed by the cop while walking through a national park. This actually happened in 2018. The reason why we're talking about it today is because that officer has now filed suit.
Now, time out. Now, I need people to understand this. The brother that got pepper sprayed, arrested, and all this other shit, right? Is a cop. He's a black man. The motherfucker that did all this shit to him was a white cop. Listen. This is the definition of racially profiling. This is the definition of it. Listen, you're not, if you, listen, and I know this for a fact because I know family members that are cops. I know people that are cops, right? Or used to be cops, right? When you see somebody in full uniform, no matter what color skin they are, right? The police, they got a code. Nigga, they don't fuck with theirs. If you see a police rolling through, you let the police, you let that person go through. You don't fuck with that police officer. Like you don't do this. This is racially profiled. How did you come to he walking through from doing a night shift, right? From walking from there through the park, and somehow, some way, this officer, like, hey man, let me see your ID. Let me see your ID. Are you kidding me? And people, they was trying to be, what are you being careful about? The man in full uniform. Nobody's walking around, especially black people. We're not walking around trying to imitate, dress up as being a police officer. That ain't our shit. So this man has to I would think you want to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's the police. But it gets deeper. Go ahead and shout out to Dr. Richie, Undisputable. Listen, he has great content. Listen, I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. This is unbelievable, man. This is unbelievable. These cops lost their fucking mind, man. These cops lost their mind. These two stories that I'm gonna let y'all hear. These cops has lost their entire fucking mind. And this is why it needs to be consequences for these fucking cops. Because they're out of control. They're out of control. This is out of control. It's no way impossible you pepper sprayed this man. A fellow officer. But like I said, it's racially profiling. I'm just telling y'all.
Alexander was charged with resisting arrest, obstructing a police officer, even though he's the police, failing to obey a reasonable and lawful order that a law enforcement officer makes to prevent a disturbance to the public peace, which is a dumbass law, and impersonating a police officer.
Time out. Mind you, he was minding his business. He wasn't fucking with the police, right? Even though he's the police, he wasn't fucking with the police. He was just coming from work, walking through the park, doing a night shift. He wasn't doing nothing. This dude approached him. The brother went to jail. They actually pepper sprayed. They pulled the gun out on him. They pulled a gun out on him. Right? Shout out to my man True. What's going on, True? They pulled the gun out on this man. First. Then they asked him for his ID, his credentials. I'm sorry. He told him for what? And blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, they pulled a taser out on him. And they pulled the pepper spray out on him and they pepper sprayed him. This shit is sad, man. Listen, hey, Steven, I know you trolling, you son of a bitch. Listen, if you don't think anything is wrong with this, then I can't help you, brother. I can't help you. You my brother, but I can't help you. And then you say, oh, it was a long time ago. It doesn't matter if it happened a long time ago or not. This was only like, what's this, 4 years ago. 2008. I don't give a fuck if it was 15 years ago. I don't care. If it was 15 minutes ago. Nobody should be being treated this way. And like I said, you think that this ain't a big deal. I got another story for you that involved people that maybe look like you. You think this ain't a bigger deal. And this happened recently. You goofy bastard. Shout out to Booker. What up, Booker? You know the motherfuckers talk all that tough shit, true. You know how they do. Hey, Booker, listen, hey, Book, you know he a clown. You know he a clown. He just here to troll. That's all he here to do.
He spent some time in jail. He didn't spend a long time in jail, but he spent some time in jail. According to a lawsuit obtained by the Atlanta Black Star, I'm going to get into the background of this. Now, remember, this man should have never went to jail at all. Okay? He did nothing illegal. Alexander was walking home with groceries after night shift when a taser-drawn Maryland police officer approached him and demanded that he show his credentials. When Alexander refused, the officer pointed his firearm at him and demanded that he get on the ground. Once he was on the ground...
Time out. The brother had groceries. If you don't see nothing wrong with this, man, come on, man. What we doing here, man? What we doing here, man? And then this is why I say, this is why black people and me, myself, don't trust police and don't like police. This brother, a police officer, he still get guns pulled out on him. He still get questioned. Are you a real cop? Let me see your credentials. Where they do that at? And mind you, this is in Maryland, bro. This ain't like no shit that ain't that far from me. This is in Maryland. I live in Maryland. What up, man? Let's move on, man.
Was on the ground. The officer pepper sprayed Officer Alexander before putting him in handcuffs. As a result, Officer Alexander lost his officer job, had to fight criminal charges, suffered years of emotional distress. His attorney said he is now suing Maryland National Capital Park, who's been on Indisputable before for other crazy things, and Planning Commission police and the police officer for violating his rights and for excessive force.
Just think about this. You get off of work. I don't give a fuck if you're a police officer or not. Right? If you getting off of work, you walking through the park, because the park is probably the way you gotta go to maybe get to your house. It's probably a quicker way. And you ain't no police up. You guys just got groceries in your hand, and the motherfucker stop you because you walking through a park, and the motherfucker pull a gun out on you. Well, ask you for your ID. For what? What I do? I don't have to give you my fucking ID because you ain't even expect me of doing any crime. You just want to see my ID for what? Because you ain't got nothing else better to do. Basically this cop was nothing but a park ranger with a gun. This is what I'm talking about. These lazy ass cops that listen. This is why I tell y'all, they don't have that hard of a job like you think. A lot of these incidents that you talking about, these people are creating situations. They're creating deaths. They're creating bad behavior. I mean, not bad behavior, but creating incidents that will escalate. When they just should leave people the fuck alone. There ain't nobody committing a crime. What are you worrying about them for? This man walking through the park with groceries. What he should have did was say, hey, fellow officer, salute him. How you doing? You doing good today? All right. Be polite. Let him go about his business. No, the fucking police harass another fellow officer. And we wonder why. The one that was harassing was white. The one that was getting harassed was black. Ain't nobody trying to impersonate no fucking police, man. Anyway, man. Especially black folks, man. We ain't doing that shit. Man, come on, what up, man?
Of Alexander's attorneys said he has post-traumatic stress from what he felt was a life or death scenario. I'm sure he thought it was. In his lawsuit, Alexander is seeking monetary damages. The MNCPPC police officer, Mel Proctor, said he pulled out his taser because Alexander was wearing a ballistic vest and something around his waist with pouches. He drew his gun because he noticed Alexander had a gun holster on his hip, protruding.
Time out. It doesn't matter. If you would have just let that man go by his business, you wouldn't have been fearing for your fake ass fearing for your life. You're not fearing for your life. You created a situation. This dumbass police officer created a situation to where he had his life, like he feared for his life. Why would you fear for your life because you see another officer walking past with groceries? What is suspicious about that? Anyway, let's move on, man. This shit is just ridiculous.
Protruding from under his coat. Yeah, it's called a police uniform. Yeah, That's what he had on. He was coming from work. He told you that. Proctor tried to paint Alexander as challenging in his report. They lied on the police report. They realized they were 100% in the wrong. So what did they do? They violated.
Well, of course they did. Of course they lied in the police report. That's what police do. They over-exaggerate in the police report. The other channel got shut down. I got the new channel up. It's called Mr. OBF. Make sure y'all guys go and subscribe to that channel. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Hit the like button, share the videos. I got the new channel up called Mr. OBF. That's my new channel. This is the family channel. I'm over here doing some content on here. I'm back and forwards. But yeah. This wouldn't have happened if he would have just left that man alone and let him go about his business. Spoke to him, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Long night tonight or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just casual conversation. No, he intentionally approached and tried to antagonize this brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's just sad, man. It's just racially profiling. Because the black man got on the uniform. Somehow, some way, he trying to impersonate a cop. Why was some... Anyway, man. I told you, man. This is why black people shouldn't trust the police. Listen, no lie to you. I understand why some black people be police officers and shit like that. Listen, man. I'm sorry to all my brothers and sisters that are police officers that is trying to do the right thing. I don't trust y'all either. You got that uniform on, I can't fuck with you. Sorry. Told Craig and them I'ma kick it with them.
Violated his rights again by lying on the police report, which, by the way, is a crime. The report said Alexander had asked him, "What are you going to do? Shoot me?" But Alexander's lawyer said he begged for his life. All right. The officer put this gun back in the holster, and he sprayed Alexander in his eyes because he started to unzip his coat after Proctor told him not to, he wrote. He did not have his body-worn camera on during the interaction. While Alexander was dealing with the effects of the pepper spray, Proctor slammed him to the ground by the hood of his coat, put his knee in the man's back, handcuffed him, and sprayed in his face, the lawsuit says. The lawsuit also alleges Proctor...
Let me just say this. Listen, I appreciate that, bro. He just subscribed. Appreciate that. Listen, I just want to say this to everybody. You know they trying to go backwards, right? I don't know why black people be sitting out. Listen, once the police put their hands on me, man, we fight, man. Dear sirs about that. You gonna have to take my life or you gonna have to beat the shit out of me. Seriously. Listen, I will not. First of all, I don't let no regular citizen person put their motherfucking hand on me and it ain't gonna be no fight. So, police put their hands on me, hey, man, we fight, man. We fight, man. You gonna have to shoot me. Cause we fighting. I'm sorry, and I'm not condoning violence. I ain't saying people should be fighting the police. I'm just saying what I won't allow the motherfucking police to do to me. I got my ass whooped by the police back when I was young. I would never allow that shit again. That's bullshit. Just because I wouldn't show you my ID and I ain't do nothing wrong, the fuck out of here, man. You ain't got no probable cause to ask me for my ID. What crime you suspicious that I some type of suspicion of what I did for as a crime? You just wanted to ask me for my ID because you think you got the authority to. Fuck out of here. Anyway, man, let's move on, man. This is just ridiculous.
Proctor went to great lengths to ensure Alexander was terminated from his job. There's more. So on May 11, 2018, Prince George's District Court Judge Byron Barino dropped all the charges against Alexander and criticized the prosecutor for even pursuing the case.
Right, and then time out, and that's another thing. You got these prosecutors. What are you prosecuting? First of all, it should have been a violation out of the gate. This motherfucker ain't have his camera rolling. He didn't have no body cam. Why the fuck you don't have a body cam? All this money, and then they want more money and more money for the police. Well, okay, well, listen, we'll give you more money, but we need we need you to have your cameras on. We'll spend money to have body cam on. These cops be breaking the law, breaking all types of shit, getting passes, getting privileges of doing criminal shit and getting away with it because they the police. Listen to you people, I got a motherfucking job. I seen a story a while ago, right? That where the school told the police, you had no rights to come in here. You better go get a warrant, or you better go higher up to come in here and be searching for a student. I can't allow you to do that. I done seen videos where principals and shit like, you gotta go. You can't just be roaming around our school. That a lot of kids feel intimidated by police officers. And these motherfuckers acting like, well, we just here to protect and serve. No, you here to just to flex. What the fuck are you here for? You have no reason to be in the school, but you rolling around the school with your uniform on. When it's crime going out, it's outside. Ain't no crime going on in the school at this particular time, but you want to roam the school and flex. That's all that shit is. Listen, man, the police out of control, man. They lost their goddamn mind. And like I said, you put your motherfucking hands on me, we fighting. You're going to have to shoot me. And don't worry about it, you will be recorded. So you ain't going to be able to lie on no police report. That's why I tell everybody, if you ever get pulled over by the police, automatically go live. If it's on Facebook, YouTube, whatever it may be, you automatically that's the first thing you do. You get pulled over by the police, automatically get to your phone and turn your motherfucking phone on, put that bitch live. I don't give a fuck if it's whatever they pulled you over for. It doesn't matter. Because they lie in police reports. That's what they do. They lie in police reports. They lied on this brother, acting like he was being aggressive. You know why they was doing that? Because he wouldn't bow down to them when he doesn't have to, when he didn't break any laws. You don't just get to ask people for their IDs because you see them walking. Your suspicion of somebody, or the police got suspicion of a citizen or anybody, doesn't mean that you get to ask me for my ID. For what? Suspicion of what? Just because you suspicious? Suspicious of what? Did I commit a crime? Do you think I'm getting ready to commit a crime? Well, of course you probably think I would, because you may be looking at this black person and the color of their skin. We all know the statistics show that they always pull over and they confront black people more than they confront white people or people of color. We all know that. So this whole notion that they ain't racially profiling is bullshit. They're just fucking with people because they can, because they the police and they don't think nothing's going to happen to them. There's no consequences for them. These motherfuckers still get to resign and still get their pension after they done committed horrible crimes against citizens. No, we need to change that shit, because I know if I get fired from my job today or tomorrow, nigga, I don't, all the years I done put in for my retirement, I don't get. It's a wrap. All that money, gone. And it should be the same thing with these punk ass cops.
Here's what the judge said in court, all right? Judge said, and I quote, "This is questionable at best. A lawful stop? Mr. Alexander did nothing wrong other than walking through a park after having worked a long, hard day. carrying his belongings from work and carrying his groceries. And the police officer who wasn't following protocol only exacerbated the situation by making it worse. And that was clear from his own testimony. Alexander wished that this never happened. It has traumatized him and his family. So let me tell you what went down. This is a pissing contest, okay? The cop said, stop. Police, okay? Already violating protocol. You got to have some pretext here. You got to have some pretextual reason to even detain someone and ask them a question. You had none. This is a brother in a police outfit, a uniform. He's at work. He's coming from work, and you now need to challenge the authority. And as soon as the young brother in the police uniform did not say, yes, sir, boss, as soon as that happened, that's when the cop decided, oh, it's going to be some problems. Not only is it unprofessional, it is in fact criminal. Is the cop being charged? The cop who did this, who violated not only policy, but also committed criminal assault against Mr. Alexander? Where are the charges at? All right, Jessica, thoughts here.
Yeah, first question is just,
and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. These police are getting away with committing crimes. Blatantly committing crimes. And not the DA ain't like, oh, we gonna charge these motherfuckers for breaking protocol, committing crimes, or nothing. Cause a lot of these DAs are in cahoots with these punk ass police officers. This shit is sad, man. I don't even listen. Don't tell me I need to feel patriotic about a country that mistreats the people. You allow cops to just run a fucking muck around the United States of America like they get this immunity shit. What, immunity for being a fucking criminal? These are criminal acts that they're doing. They're abusing their power. But somehow, some way, we in the Supreme Court. Oh, you want to get rid of Roe v. Wade, right? For as abortions, right? That's criminal, right? To you, right? You want to lead that up the states. Basically, they punk ass explanation why they doing it. But these cops, you give them immunity in the Supreme Court. For what? So you basically just telling the citizens the cops can abuse you, break the law, lie on you, put you in jail, make you lose your job, your livelihood, and nothing happens to them. It was some punk ass shit I seen today. Lindsey Graham was basically out here sucking dick to the corporations of Amazon because, you know, the Democrats had a hearing about unions, right? And he was defending that shit, right? Of them not having unions. And it was weird to me because if you don't support unions, why are you supporting the unions of the police officers? The police officers got the biggest union in America. They get away with murder. They get away with abusing citizens. And the union backs them up all the way. You ain't against their union. Let's move on, man.
Is it a crime to go get groceries? No, there's nothing wrong with that. Is that a reason to be incarcerated? No. Is that a reason to lose your job? No. And you might say, well, technically, you know, he didn't show his ID, he was resisting arrest, and there's, of course, these laws that allow officers to use force pretty much with impunity.
First of all, you can't resist arrest when somebody stops you for nothing. I don't have to show you my ID if you do not explain to me why that you need my ID. If I'm doing nothing wrong, I'm just walking through the park with groceries in my bag to go to fuck home. I'm not giving you my fucking ID either. I can't walk in America. That's what you telling me? Shit, to me, if you want to say a motherfucker looks suspicious, police officers look suspicious to me. Everybody looks suspicious, motherfucker. If you want to be on that tip, everybody looks suspicious. To me, that don't make me go up and start questioning people. Who does that? And then act like, oh, if you don't do what I tell you to do, you're obstructing justice and all this other goofy shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. To all the police officers, this is why we don't like y'all. And you can say, well, I don't do no, you be a police, I don't do that. Listen, let me explain something to you. I don't hear you, what up, 85? I don't hear you speaking out against this type of shit. I don't hear you speaking out against it. You just shut the fuck up and don't say nothing. You back your boys in blue, even though you know deep down in your heart that it's wrong. You know it's wrong, but you don't say nothing. So you're a part of the fucking problem. Just like me, if I don't say nothing, I don't talk about these stories, then I'm a part of the problem. Change won't happen until you acknowledge the problem. See, the problem is, and I told you why they don't speak up and they don't say any motherfucking thing about these situations, these police officers, is because they pussy. They scared. And if you scared, then don't say nothing at all. I don't want to hear you telling me, well, it's some good police officers out here, but you ain't one of them. You're not one of them. If you ain't speaking up, you scared. Just say you scared, bitch. That goes to the rest of the regular people. If you scared to speak up and stand up for what's right and shit that's wrong and fight against shit that's wrong, unless you are willing to do that, then shut the fuck up about any issue. You're just saying shit. See, when you stand up for something, you got to be willing to risk something. And a lot of you motherfuckers out here ain't willing to risk shit. So if you ain't willing to risk anything, then shut the fuck up. Your opinion don't matter. It doesn't matter. I told you I would never stand by and allow the police to beat up another citizen in my motherfucking presence, regardless what race it is. You're not doing that shit. I'm getting involved. I'm not watching that shit. You know why I won't watch that? Just because of the simple fact I know it's wrong and I know I need to step up. But at the same time, hopefully if that happened to me, somebody would step up and help me and get involved. If you ain't willing to sacrifice, stop talking about shit that's wrong. I'm sick of this shit.
Like disturbing the peace. And that's really what happened here, is that's what the officers decided to do. But is it in your heart right that what happened happened? Because law and justice are not always the same. And for me, when I think about what happened here, it was wrong. And I hope he wins this case he has against the police, because he lost a lot of income, because he lost his job because of this. Not only that, but the damage of being incarcerated over this and being tased and being tackled. This was a traumatic experience. So I hope he wins, and I hope we have accountability here.
Yeah, and I actually think you will win this case. I say that because the judge's quote was on the record that can be utilized in a civil case. I think this is going to be clear cut. Likely the jurisdiction is going to settle out of court because the evidence is overwhelming, that there was no criminal action taking place and there was no suspicion of criminal activity. And really,
And the cop lied on the police report. His ass should be getting. Listen, he assaulted somebody, but at the same time, he lied on a police report, which is against the law. His ass should be in jail right now. He should be in jail. Sad. It's sad. Let's go to a quick commercial break, people. We're gonna be back with the next story, people. This some bullshit.
Hey guys, it's Shay, member of OBF The Squad. I've been kicking it out here for over 6 years, which means I'm not new to this shit. I'm straight up true to it. I believe in the intent, the mission of this channel, which is to uplift, to inspire, and to educate. Here at OBF, we talk about everything. We cover the latest and greatest. You're going to get our opinions. We definitely cover the facts. You're going to get it 100% raw, uncut, and straight up real. So come on over to OBF and come kick it with your girl. Holla!
I said, hey, yo, it's your boy Weezy, straight out there, L. Opinion but facts. Hottest show on the internet. We talk about everything from religion, politics, race. It doesn't matter. We're not running for any topic. So if you want to be in the building, come and join the discussion. Shout out to my boy Kenny from starting this platform. And I'm thankful just to be a part of it. So when you come in the building, keep it funky like gym shoes. So we keeps it popping like Orville Redenbach. How about that? And those are the facts. One time.
This your man LT, member of OBF The Real. Subscribe to the channel where we talk about sports, politics, issues, race, whatever you like positive. Subscribe to my brother Kenny channel, Opinion But Facts, where we keep it real. OBF for life.
All right, people, we're back from a quick commercial break. Let's get into the next story. Just right out the gate. I wasn't going to be long on this. This live stream wasn't going to be that long, people. But we got a police officer actually overstepping. Instead of him abiding by the law, he actually sides with a white evangelical instead of abiding by the law. So basically, he's under the payroll or cult-like mentality that where he sides with motherfuckers that's actually lying to the police about this guy that's peacefully protesting, like he's breaking the law, but which he's not. We're gonna break this shit now. And mind you, this ain't got nothing to do with no racial shit. See, because all the stupid ass racist white folks like to come up in here that troll and act like, oh, you just doing it on some racial shit. Oh, it's a black shit. It's a black and white thing. No, this is white. This I'm talking about police officers. Law enforcement is out of their fucking mind. They have lost their goddamn mind. And this cop that I'm getting ready to talk about should be off the fucking force because he's too biased. How you side with motherfuckers because of their religion? And the man wasn't, you'll see it, the man wasn't breaking no laws, people. Let's get it on. He just did the evangelical pastor just was mad because he was protesting outside on the public sidewalk in front of their public property, which he has the right to do. He wasn't breaking any laws. But let's just get into it.
Okay, well, maybe that was.
Give your ID or you're gonna go to jail.
I'm not gonna give you my ID. I have no reason to.
Put your arm behind your back.
In Chattanooga, Tennessee, that police officer just arrested a man who was peacefully demonstrating on public property.
I'm on the sidewalk, so I don't see why I'm being arrested. What the hell are you refusing to give me ID? You have to identify yourself. not a stop and ID state.
Moments earlier,
I know exactly who you are, bro. You don't think I remember who you are.
that church pastor assaulted the man.
Registration. Did you see that?
Sorry, number one, you don't have my permission to film me, so don't film me anymore.
I can film you all I
The
want.
video is part
And
of the
mind you,
criminal-
he's on a public street. He can film whatever the fuck he want to film. And mind you, nobody made this pastor come out and say anything to this guy. He chose to do it. You came on public property to approach a guy that disagreed with your ideology and peaceably protesting on public property. He wasn't on your property. You choose to can't come off of your private property to go on public property to approach this man. This is what we're dealing with. And I told y'all about where we're going right now. So when these ignorant motherfuckers, these fake ass patriots, these Republicans, a lot of them talking about how, you know, the Muslims is in their country and shit. They want nigga, like they're doing the same. They're trying to do the same shit. You only supposed to act like how we act. And if you don't act like we act, then you ain't a patriot. You ain't American. That's what they're on. That's what they on right now. So all the stupid white people, the racist white people, you out here thinking, oh, you only talk about the racist shit, or the cop white and the victim is black. That he victimizing is black. No, this is a white man. Peacefully protesting. Ain't saying nothing to nobody. He just peacefully protesting. Recording. Not bothering nobody. But the white police officers come because they evangelicals or whatever their ideology is, and they come out there and they mad. Let's move on.
A criminal complaint against the pastor and at the heart of a civil lawsuit against police. The clash began in April 2021 when Titus Hartford went to the public sidewalk in front of Calvary Chapel Church. His sign read, "The Apostle Paul taught the opposite of what Jesus taught."
I can't really get kicked off of public property, so I reckon I'll just stay here in the safe zone.
As vehicles rolled in and out of the parking lot, Hartford answered questions from a member of the church. Then, Pastor Darren Delaney in blue and Sergeant Billy Atwell approached.
Hey, buddy. Hey, what's going on? How are you? Good. Hey, man. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
What's your name? I'm Darren.
I'm choosing not to reveal that at this time.
That's okay. I was just wanting to introduce myself. What can I help you with today, man?
Just help me get my message out.
You know, it's great that you have your theological and doctrinal belief, but do you really think this is the best place to try to get that message out? Why?
Because this is a church that's popular.
Which teaches the Word of God, where He changes people's lives. So why would you?
Maybe there's people who
let me explain something to people, and I mean this honestly, and I ain't got nothing against religion, right? But I know about religion because I was religious. Let me explain something to everybody. I'm not saying all, but a lot of evangelical churches are a bunch of racists, and they don't even believe in what they're talking about or what they're so-called preaching. It's a cult. Religion is a cult to me. And I just don't understand how people continue to get bamboozled by religion. Religion is just as fake as the fucking Santa Claus. these people have never seen God a day in their life. Never. They have never ever seen God. They're going off emotions and feelings. And it's no different what they say about the gay community. It's no difference. It's feelings and emotions, or what they want to believe. It's no different from religion. Religion, they never seen God before. I'm telling you, it's a fact. They can't tell you a fact. It's not a fact that they ever seen God a day in their life. Not a day in their life they have ever seen God. Or their so-called God that they say they believe in. They have never seen him. Nobody has ever seen God. If a motherfucker told you they seen God, they lying. That's why, to me, it's always some weird shit when people trying to get you to be a part of something, or like a religion, instead of just telling you, these are my beliefs, this is how we can help you and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Do the normal shit, right? But when motherfuckers start telling you that only God knows, who's your God? Have you, listen, my thing is, I'm realistic, right? I'm a realist. Have you ever seen God? Have you ever spoken to God? And if you haven't did those two things, then your religion means nothing to me. What you're saying out your mouth means nothing. This is what we're dealing with here, people. This is what we're dealing with. People out here pretending, oh, I'm, like they met God. They talked to God. Nigga, you ain't talked to God. Nobody has ever talked to God a day in their life. Not this generation, not the generation before, or the generation before that, or the generation before that. It's all a belief. They believe in that. They believe in God. Only thing I can give you is my experience. I believe it's a higher power. I'm a spiritual dude. I'm an energy type of dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm an emotional type of guy. I can't tell you. I would never ever tell you I ever spoke to God. Just because I believe it as a higher power. I would never lie to you like that. And that's what I'm saying about these people. They are fucking lying. You save people's life. Whatever. I see religion, to me, doing more harm than good. And some people may disagree. Some people may get upset at me. But it is what it is. That's my opinion. That's what I see. That's my shit that I seen. How I have seen. My experience. That's why I don't knock people for being religious. But goddamn it, don't push your fucking religion on me. Or in the rest of us. That's your own personal belief. That's your personal belief. Ain't none of these motherfuckers ever met God. Anyway, people, let's move on.
People who want to go forward in their relationship with Jesus.
Yeah, man. And I know you're smart enough to where I see that you're standing on public property. It's the sidewalk. But man, can we not just agree today, maybe not to have this happen while I have our congregation? I'm a shepherd, right? So
A hireling.
no, I'm called by God, brother. We don't do hirelings
You
here.
called by God, and when he said that, I'd have asked him, have God came to you and spoke to you? Did you see God? That's what I'd have asked him. And if he told me yes, he's a goddamn liar. He's a goddamn liar. He's a goddamn liar. And like I said, if you listen and see, this is what wears me out. This is what where they be on. This is why people don't believe in religion, and I'm one of them, right? It's because of the simple fact, if you truly believe in what you believe in, because people outside protesting, it should not matter what other people are doing outside of where you are. if you believe. If you believe. If you believe in your cause, you believe in God, the way you say you do in your religion, outside shit shouldn't matter. This motherfucker actually brung his goofy ass outside to approach this man that wasn't on his property just because he did not like that this man was protesting on public property against his church, his religion. All I would say, if I'm a religious person like that, all I would say, man, I'm going to pray for you. I probably never went out there, but I'm just saying, if I did go out there, blah, 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 I say, you know what, I'm going to pray for you. And you do what you got to do, but we going to continue to try to spread the word. That's it. But this shit get ready to take a bad turn. Because like I told you about these religious people, some of them, right? Not all of them. These people are using God as a weapon. Using religion as a weapon. That's all they doing. A lot of these fucking religious people are con artists. They are con artists.
The reason you don't teach the teachings of Jesus is because you flee when you see all the wolves coming in here.
I don't flee from anything, but I'm standing here in front of a person I feel might be a wolf. So I'm going to ask you very kindly, just for the consideration of God Almighty and the congregation that comes here, church, can we just put this thing away today?
No.
And then go and maybe have lunch?
I'm invoking my constitutional right.
Mind you, if you believe in what you believe in, why do cameras and all that other shit matters? Or what this guy is doing outside on public property matters to you? Why does it matter? He want to get rid of it because this is a show. He's trying to, he's performing. See, a lot of these fake ass pastors, religious people, they are performers. They're con artists. They don't want no bad press. They don't want people standing out there protesting them. Bullshit. He's a con artist. And that's why he's trying to get this dude to not do this. Just like he has the right to go out and try to recruit people for his cult, just like this man has a right to tell people, don't go to this motherfucking church. They're lying. They're con artists. He has the right to do that in America. But, we all know this shit. We all know this shit is rigged. All this shit is rigged. These con artists as religious people. Not all of them, but they know who they are.
Up to now, the interactions have been peaceful. Pastor Delaney has politely asked Mr. Hartford to put his sign away. However, Mr. Hartford is well within his First Amendment freedoms and says he will not stop.
I'm invoking my constitutional right.
Yeah, I know, but there's also a thing to where there's a legal thing that says that you become, legally, if you become a public nuisance, and we feel that it is, I can call Chattanooga.
Well, call the police. There it is.
And then say that
if I'm breaking the law, arrest me.
You can't be a public nuisance if you on public property. You're not a nuisance. You may not like what's going on out there, people protesting your shit. That's not a public nuisance. You just don't like what's going on out there. And that's what he's talking about. Oh, it's a law. Oh, now you care about law. First of all, you get ready to break laws. You get ready to lie about laws, and you just lied about one. First of all, second of all, you didn't have to come out there and approach this man. He wasn't on your property. He has all the right in the world to peacefully protest on public property outside or not on the line, especially not on your property. He has the right. You don't own the public sidewalk, bitch. Nobody does. Nobody owns the public sidewalk. Nobody owns that. Just ridiculous, man.
You're making a scene right now, aren't you, Sergeant? Am I correct in my understanding, sir, of the law?
The pastor has no idea what he's talking about, though the sergeant does not correct him.
If he and I are having a problem with people and we're causing an upright in a scene of the people, is that? Mind if I talk to him?
Mind if I talk to him, said Sergeant Atwell.
Yeah, you're welcome to talk to him, but you ain't gonna get nowhere.
No, I mean, I'm ready to have a Bible study.
Well, then come on inside and talk to me. Just get your Bible. Let's go open it up.
Well, I don't want to play into your hand because I know what happens when I go in there. Then I become subject to your.
Yes, you have, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
I know exactly who you are, bro. You don't think I remember who you are, and that's why you. That's right.
That's why I'm here.
That's right. So we've had this before, right?
Apparently, they've disagreed before.
How did it turn out last time?
It turned out good.
Right. So
Blessed are they that are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Why can't we just go inside and have a civil conversation, you and I, that we're not out here making a fool of ourselves?
Well,
no, you're making a fool of yourself. Because you don't want no attention to come to the fucked up shit that you preach. That cult shit. You don't want people to bring attention to your con shit. That's why you want this man to go in there, and you know, so take all the attention away. No, that's what peaceful protest is. We bring attention to your bullshit. That's what a peaceful protest is, and you don't get to dictate that. But oh, I'm sorry, he is getting ready to dictate that because you know what? Law enforcement is in cahoots with this goddamn con artist. This cult shit. This cult religion that he has going on. This propagandist bullshit. We're in some fucked up times, man.
when I get done doing what I'm doing, I'll call you or email you. Just leave me your contact information and we'll go from there.
This is not working well for me.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. You should have put your house on more solid ground.
The pastor then leans in off camera.
Ready to move? Pay a low 1% listing fee when you buy and sell with Redfin. You can save.
Can you do me a favor? Could you just not over this man, please? I'm asking you as a man. I'm asking you for. There's no reason.
No. Preach from the rooftops.
Well, number one, you're on a street corner. Okay,
well,
and your message is going to fall on deaf ears. Okay.
It might, but it also might fall on some good ground and bring forth fruit.
Nobody here is paying any attention to your side.
No, I don't know if y'all heard him. He said your message is gonna fall on deaf ears, right? Okay, well, why are you out there then? Why did you even approach him? If his message don't mean anything, it's gonna fall on deaf ears. Then why would you even go out there and approach this man? Just go in there and talk to your coat. Cause they driving in and they pulling in. He ain't standing in the way of them not going into this coat. See, because this is not about religion. It's about money. Because the more people he can have come to his cult, the more money he get, the better his lifestyle be. That's what a lot of these cult leaders are. They're treating religion like a business. When religion was not created this way. That's why I told you. That's why I told y'all all the time. it's a lot of these religious cult leaders, right? Because that's basically what they are. They are. It's about money. It's about the bag. They're not genuine about helping people. They don't respect others. Because if you respected others, you would understand nobody's falling for your bullshit. If you really truly believe in what you believe in, then just believe in what you believe in. But don't try to pass laws. Don't try to use law enforcement to stumble on other people's rights. And that's what they're doing. And I keep telling y'all, they can't tell you a policy, a bill, or Supreme Court, whatever it may be, or judgment, that where the religious people cannot be, they gotta stop being religious. They gotta stop spreading the word. They're just mad that people, listen, I'm just assuming here, right? I believe that it's not that many of a religious people in this country like people think. It's about 60-40, maybe 70-30. But I believe it's about 60-40. That it's 60% of the people in the country that's probably very religious, but the other is not very religious. The other 40 is not. Nobody gives a fuck about religious people like that. They just want to be heard. So they can keep some of them can so some of them can keep scamming people. Because that's all they doing. They scamming people. This shit is a business now. You got fucking religious people living in mansions. Religious pastors living in mansions, nigga. But they keep telling you they doing God's work. Man, please. I do more God work of me just treating people with the type of respect they deserve and not discriminating and hating people. I do more of God's work than they do. And so do some of y'all. These people are full of shit. It's no way impossible. Talking about they doing God's work. Please. Fuck out of here. You just trying to get a bag. You trying to get a bag. And it's crazy that they got all this religious, so-called, it's a religious property and all this other shit, right? They don't pay taxes. They don't even pay taxes. But let one of us go and try to open up a business, we paying taxes on that fucking land. But they don't. Man, please. They already getting an unfair advantage.
I think I'm making a big demonstration. Did you see that?
Sorry, number one, you don't have my permission to film me, so don't film me anymore.
I can film you all I want.
I said no, sir. Okay?
Hey,
no.
Don't touch my stuff.
Get off my property.
I'm not on
now
it.
mind you, he assaulted this guy. And then mind you said, oh, I don't want to be filmed. But you just was being filmed before you started getting aggressive. You had no problem with it before. So why you now have a problem with it? That you've been filmed. It's bullshit.
I'm not on your property.
Get off my property, dude.
I'm not on your property.
Listen.
Despite the pastor pushing Mr. Hartford and the fact Mr. Delaney is wrong and Mr. Hartford is correct, he's on public property and does not need permission.
Now, and I told you, and this is where it comes into, I told y'all, I'm different. Soon he would have put his hands on me, I'd have fucked him up. I don't condone violence, but you put your hands on me, it's self-defense. There's no reason for another human being to put their hands on somebody else, unless you put your hands on them. I'm okay with just talking it out, or if shit getting too serious like that, I'll walk away. Or I'll back off from you. But you come in my space and you put your motherfucking hands on me, that means you want to fight. That means you want to get violent. People different from me. He wouldn't have did that to me. You put your hands on me, then it's on. Sorry. But I don't give a fuck who look at it like that. Nobody has the right to put their hands on nobody. Words is just words. Words are just words. If they evil, they hateful, or whatever they may be. When you decide to put your hands on somebody else, you cross the line. And people do have the right to say, hey man, you in my space, man. Come on, man. I'm feeling that you're a threat to me. And if you get too close to me, you all in my grill like that. Hey man, hey, shit may go down. There's a very big possibility shit will go down. That's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. People think that they can just get in people's space and touch them and shit like that. I wish a motherfucker would. It's on. I'm telling you that. You ain't got to worry about approaching me or touching me and thinking that, oh, you know, you trying to intimidate me. That ain't happening. I'm whooping ass. Sorry. I won't allow nobody to try to violate me. Put your motherfucking hands on me. When you put your hands on me, you violating me. Real talk. And you ain't got no reason to? Because you disagree with me? So you put your hands on me? Yeah, all right. Okay.
Need permission to film. Officer Billy Atwell does nothing until Pastor Delaney requests more police.
Sorry, can you call a district car?
And mind you, and another thing, mind you, the police is standing there. He ain't doing that. It's a sergeant. He's not like a regular police. He's a sergeant. He's standing there watching this fake ass pastor put his hands and assault another human being, which is against the law. You cannot put. Yeah, all right. I'm fucking you up. In front, just like how you was emboldened to put your hands on me, in front of that police officer, I'm gonna be emboldened to whip your ass now. Whatever, man. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. Listen. People different from me. I just don't. You ain't putting your hands on me, and you ain't gonna roll up on me like that. You roll up on me like that, that means you want to fight. I don't want to fight, but you roll up on me, you get in my space, you put your hands on me, then you want to fight. So I take that shit to the next level. Because I'm far from scared. If I whip your ass or I get my ass whipped, you still ain't rolling up on me. I may feel bad that I may got my ass whipped, but at least I know that I ain't allow you to just try to roll up on me and violate me without me doing nothing about it. And I'm talking about physical shit. Get on my man, what up, man?
We have a public problem here right now with me and him. Thank you, sir.
Instead of trying to de-escalate the tensions or telling Pastor Delaney he just committed assault, Officer Atwell leaves.
Walk away.
Soon, Pastor Delaney also walks away.
We've had this conversation before, bro.
Okay, well, contact me. We'll study the Bible.
Then, with Mr. Hartford still on the public sidewalk, Officer James Elliott, another member of the church, steps up from his Chattanooga police cruiser.
Hey, how you doing? Name and badge number, please.
Got an ID on you?
Name and badge number.
Elliot, 1099. Where's your ID, bro?
That's irrelevant. Have I committed a crime?
Hey, you're trespassing. You're refusing to leave, man.
I'm on public property. This is the sidewalk.
That's a lie. He just lied. He just lied. The police officer just lied. You on public property. It's a lie. is a lie. And when that sergeant rolled off the way he did, he didn't do nothing. He called one of his sacrifice lambs to come in there, this police officer, to do what he wanted to do, but he felt like he was going to get in more trouble, in which they both should be fired. Because the sergeant stood there and allowed the assault that the pastor did to this guy on public property. But he called in one of his goons. I told you they the biggest gang in America. They one of the biggest gangs in America. Called one of his goons, and his goons come in and do the dirty work. And then the goon lies. Oh, you trespassing. No, I'm not. No, he not. He ain't trespassing. Because if he was trespassing, why the sergeant didn't arrest him for trespassing? So it's a lie. He's on public property. You can't be trespassing on public property. You can stand at that bitch all motherfucking day. On public property.
The sidewalk.
What's your ID?
This is a sidewalk.
What's your ID? Need your ID or you're gonna go to jail.
This is a sidewalk. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, I need your ID.
Okay, maybe that
Give
was...
me your ID or you're gonna go to jail.
I'm not gonna give you my ID. I have no reason to.
What's your arm behind your back?
Now, mind you, and I'm just going to be real honest about this. Everybody ain't built like me. When he'd have put his hands on me and told me I'm under arrest and I ain't commit no crime, we fighting. Now you going to have a crime. Now I did break the law. Because now me and you fighting. Don't put your fucking hands on me. I'm on public property, and you're telling me I'm trespassing on public property, which I cannot be trespassing on public property. So now you insulting me. Now you're breaking the law as a police officer. So now I get to break the law. You basically violate me. You basically putting your hands on me. And once you put your hands on me, now we fighting. So now you got to shoot me or beat me the fuck up. See, this is what I'm saying, that where it like, I know what I'm saying, that people like, oh, that's extreme. I'm telling y'all, listen, I won't allow nobody to violate me like that. I come from street shit, so I know what people like. People got violated around me. Shit, I probably got violated in the street before, but I handle my business in the street. I won't allow no fucker. I got violated by police officers. Didn't know that the shit was police brutality when they was violating me, beating me the fuck up. I'm older. I know better. Listen, you not violating me like that. I don't give a fuck who you are. You can be a gangbanger. You can be a street nigga. You can be a citizen. You could be the police. You ain't violating me. You put your hands on me, and I know my motherfucking rights. And you tell me that I'm trespassing when I'm on public property and I have the right to be there. And you put your hands on me. And you start, basically you threatening me too, because you say, basically, oh, well, I'm going to arrest you if you don't give me your ID. For what? You say I'm trespassing. No, I'm not. How am I trespassing on public property that I pay taxpayer money for? I can be here all motherfucking day if I wanted to. Once the police put their hands on you, for no apparent reason, you got a right to fuck them up. You got a right to resist, if you want to put it that way. I won't let you violate me. Get the fuck out of here, man. Anyway.
I'm on the sidewalk, so I don't see why I'm being arrested. This is not a stop and ID state. What's wrong? Why are you so upset at this church, man?
The officer said, "Why are you so upset at this church, man?"
I'm not upset at that.
It doesn't matter. If I'm upset at the church or not, I ain't breaking no law. He's not breaking the law. If he's upset at the church, is he breaking the law? He's on public property. He didn't go on a property and got outraged. He's not yelling and screaming. Even on public property, he's not yelling and screaming. It's not yelling and screaming. He's not doing none of that. He has the right to be upset. Just like this punk ass police officer got a right to be upset that he's part of that cult, and that's why you did what you did, you suck ass, pussy ass police. Like I said, man, hey man, people better than me, man. You gonna have to kill me or fuck me up. You ain't gonna violate me. Seriously. You're not gonna make up laws and shit, make up a situation because it benefits you. Fuck out of here. What law he was breaking? He was on public property. He did not storm their private property. He wasn't yelling or screaming or not. He was peacefully protesting. He wasn't doing it. He was the only person out there. You got one person there. What the fuck are you mad about? Man, whatever, man. I wish this was me. I wish it was me. Y'all have seen me all over the news. I'm telling y'all that now. This shit would have been national. I'd have fought the police. Ain't nobody got time to play around with these punk-ass police officers. And this fake-ass pastor used the law enforcement to get rid of this dude. To violate his rights. But these are the same people that tell you they godlike. Man, please, man. Whatever, man. Whatever. Whatever, man.
I'm trying to make a theological point that I wasn't allowed to make.
Officer James Elliott arrested Titus Hartford, and the Chattanooga Police Department made their point by charging Hartford with criminal trespass, though he never left the public sidewalk and never set foot on church property. The police also took Mr. Hartford's camera and sign. Eventually, the charges were dropped. However, the police did not return Mr. Hartford's property for nearly a year. This year, in 2022, Mr. Hartford filed a civil lawsuit against Officer Elliott for deprivation of rights, unlawful search and seizure, and slander. He has also begun pursuing battery charges against Pastor Darren Delaney. Kudos to the Lackluster Channel for first reporting on this case. In countless communities across America, it is not unusual for police and religious leaders to work together on public safety. But this partnership in Chattanooga, Tennessee, is arguably one of the most tyrannical in the United States. Legal experts say Mr. Hartford has a strong case for civil penalties against the Chattanooga police. One can only hope Hartford is successful.
No, time out. And you have to understand, they're wasting taxpayer money on these lawsuits. They're using our taxpayer money for these dumbass lawsuits where all they had to do was conduct themselves and abide by the law and didn't violate or abuse citizens. So they're abusing us on our own money. Think about that. Man, whatever, man. Like I said, man, listen. It's just stupid. It's stupid. I'm done. Like I'm done with. Listen, don't tell me about law enforcement, man. Listen, this shit ain't fair out here, man. These people keep breaking the law. These law enforcement people keep breaking the law. And I'm gonna tell you something. What makes them even more mad is that when people know the law, that's what makes them so upset. We know our rights. And these bitches is mad. Fuck them, man. Listen, you put your hands on me, watch what happens. You're going to have to fuck me up. You're going to have to tase me. You're going to have to shoot me to my death. I guarantee you that. We fighting. We fighting. And I don't condone violence, people, but I'm telling you, put your hands on me. We fighting. Just remember that. And I'm going to be as professional as I can be and not even professional. I'm going to be as respectful as I can be to law enforcement. But I guarantee you, when you start crossing the fucking line with me and you get aggressive, and I know I ain't break no laws because I know the law. I know my fucking rights. And you put your hands on me, we fighting. You goddamn right I'm going to resist arrest. You goddamn right we going to fight. You fuck with me, I'm willing to risk my life. I'm willing to do that. You cross the line with me, you try to violate me, bitch. Listen, ain't no person violating me. I'm sorry. I'm a different breed. I'm sorry. I ain't like everybody else. I'm sorry, people. I ain't like everybody else. I apologize for that. But I'm just telling you, I ain't like everybody else. You ain't violating me. You cross that line, putting your motherfucking hands on me, we fighting. Seriously. Give a fuck who you are. I'm a man. At the time I woke up to the time we had this interaction, I'm a motherfucking man. I'm a human being. Bitch, you ain't violating me. The fuck out of here. These goofy ass niggas. I don't let niggas in the street violate me. Why the fuck would I allow a police officer or law enforcement to violate me? I'm built different. Listen, man. Shit, you can't, listen. If I show you respect, you show that shit back. But you don't start doing some shit that you ain't got no business doing. Because you think you have the authority to do. Man, whatever. Whatever, man. Anyway, people. Leave comments. Hit the like button. Make sure you guys go to subscribe to the channel, OBF the Family. Make sure you guys donate to the channel. Go to the Cash App and donate to the channel if you can, people. We highly appreciate anything you donate to the channel. Go to OBF the Real strolling at the bottom. And make sure you guys go to my new channel called Mr. OBF, my YouTube channel. So make sure you guys go to that. I highly appreciate y'all coming over there, rocking with me. Share the videos, people, so we can get out there and get back up to, you know, they got rid of OBF, but it's still OBF. It's all family. So we're trying to get Mr. OBF back up and running like OBF the Real. So make sure you guys share these videos and tell people to know somebody, to tell somebody to come watch the boy. You know what I'm saying? It's sad, man. Anyway, people, it's your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world.
Hey, it's Shay. I've been deemed the mother of OBF, which means I care for this channel. I care for each and every member of this channel. I've been kicking it with OBF for more than 6 years, which means I'm not new to this shit. I'm true to it. I believe in the intent of this channel. I believe in the mission, which is to inform, to educate, to notify, and to discuss. Here, we talk about everything, the latest and the greatest. You're going to get our opinions. You're going to get the facts raw and uncut, straight up real, 100%. Besides doing that, I think we've created something that haven't been done yet on this YouTube platform. We've created a squad that not anybody could be a member of. You have to be real. You have to be inspirational. You have to be positive. And most of all, you have to be consistent. You probably see on the show, we fight. We fight for our opinions. We fight for what we believe in. We fight, yes, as a family. But behind the scenes, we love even harder. Here at OBF the Squad, we are not kinfolk. We are straight up family. And I'm proud to be a member. Shay out. OBF for life.